Okay, here we go, full throttle. Oh, sounds good. Listen. Wow! They say flying jets is one of the coolest things you can do.
Please tell us why that was necessary.
Now that we've established I'm not cool, this jet is. Oh my gosh, this has got to be one of the coolest looking RC jets I've ever seen in person, online, anything. It looks amazing. Today's video is going to be a maiden of this very beautiful 80mm jet. It is awesome from the ground up, and I want to show you a couple things about it, why it's so awesome in this video. Very first flight, I'm nervous, I'm anxious. I've got my nice Spectrum smart batteries charged, all of our telemetry and everything ready to go on this with retracts. Just 6 cells of power waiting to happen. I'm going to maiden on this nice plain gray look, but it did come with 4 different sets of decals. So if you want to fly with your friends or something, or you just have a personal preference, you can decal this puppy up, and I think they look really good. I'm going to do my maiden like this and maybe choose my favorite pattern and add those decals if we survive today. Let us know in the comments what is your favorite. We'll have this jet linked below so you can check it out for yourself. Just go look and see which one's your favorite. But if you want to buy this, doing so through our link helps support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. So please consider doing that. Let's take a look at why this jet is so sweet. All these ordinances on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all optional. If you don't want to fly with these, you just slide them forward and pull the little lock tab system out. It's super easy to use, no glue required, and it can increase flight performance if you fly without any of these on there. But I think they look great, so I'm going to fly with them on. It's personal preference. They all come off like that. The retracts on here, they look gorgeous and they function extremely well. This is metal. This white part that you're seeing is metal. I'll show you guys them opening and closing. I want you to see this side of the panel that's opened right now. The wiring there means that there are lights here. You know what? Let's just power this on and show you the lights and show you the retracts working. They're sweet. We're gonna fly on our Spectrum Gen 2 smart battery. The telemetry, just all the technology that's packed into this battery and this whole ecosystem is amazing. I think that E-flite needs to do all of their lights at this brightness because there's no denying you'll be able to see this. Let's hear it in the comments and give E-flite some feedback. Look at these lights. They're really bright, especially when we were putting this together in our house. Check that out. Nav lights, they look amazing. Red on this side, green on this side, but check this out down here at the landing gear. Look at that, the nice taxi lights, they just look really good. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they're called. The bright white light on top. We've got our green wing tips and green on the top. Check that out. I just think it looks amazing. True to scale, tons of attention to detail. Look up here at the nose of this jet, which is actually held on by a magnet, just so you know. See that? That's how easy this plane goes together. It really does go together really quickly. I just love the attention to detail. You know, the Draco's getting a lot of love right now. I think this jet deserves a lot of love too. So let's shake down these nerves and take off. Let's see how it taxis. The landing gear on here is very true to scale, so you would only want to run this on asphalt or extremely well manicured grass, like golf course quality, I'm sure. So bear that in mind. That might restrict where you can fly this, but that's one benefit of joining a nice AMA club. Ready for takeoff?
Ready.
Let's go. Get past those little grass bumps. Oh yeah, I was getting close to the edge of the runway, so I was full up elevator and it pulled up pretty hard and pretty fast. But now that it's in the air, this thing feels really good. It's way more agile and nimble than I was expecting. I was expecting this to fly a lot like the Blue Angels, which felt really like heavy and almost cumbersome compared to this. This being as big as it is and as heavy as it is, I was really expecting that. So here you go, right out of the box, there is hands-free, but it actually has a little bit of rudder, I think, to the right. I'm just cruising here. Get it trimmed up. And I'm going to raise my landing gear on this next pass to help it fly a little bit better, and it's probably gonna look awesome. Silhouette shot over there, I know, but let's go for it. Landing gear up in 3, 2, 1. I forgot to show you guys that on the ground. There, it's up, and I see the panels going up now. Let's get a full throttle pass, get this bug off my face. Let's go, this is awesome. This thing looks real. Okay, here we go, full throttle. Oh, sounds good. Listen. Oh man, if you didn't know any better, this looks real. Full scale. There's our wide turns because we are in safe still, and I'm still holding almost full throttle. We're gonna go full throttle past. Wow! You know what? Both sides of the sky, this thing just looks kind of like a silhouette, if not for those nav lights. Man, I like this. I like a true to scale jet like this. It just looks like it should be at an air show. Wow. A little nervous to land it already. I'm just going to keep it in the air as long as I can.
I'm just going to keep it in the air as long as I can. As long as I can. As long as I can. As long as I can.
Wow. That sounds so good. Sounds amazing. Listen to when it passes. It just sounds like a real jet turbine. It does not sound like an EDF. It has this like light air hiss to it. It doesn't have a whine in any way. Man, it sounds good. Let's do that again. Wow, I thought the Blue Angels sounded good. Can you guys hear that? That is awesome. I'm gonna try to get it really close on this pass. Mix in a little rudder this time. That looks better. Here we go.
Ooh, that was close. I wasn't ready for that one.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to try safe off for a second. I have to. Let's make sure it looks good and feels good. It does. Safe is going off. Okay, let's feel it. It definitely needs just a touch of up elevator, but I'm gonna roll it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice roll. Wow, that was very awesome. Let's go for a bank. All safe off. A little bit of rudder mixed in. I might even mix in some rudder. Let's do a roll. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Man, this thing just looks and feels like a giant real jet. Wow. I've seen the Horizon promotional video doing a little bit of slightly high alpha stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that on my maiden flight because I want to get it back in one piece, but this thing is beautiful. I think we're getting a little funny gust of wind up there. There's hands-free. It has a little bit of right roll to it still, so let's trim that out. That's feeling better. That's feeling better. What a maiden flight, you guys. Wow. Something about the sound of this has me on high guard. Like, it just sounds like my battery's low or something. It sounds like it's supposed to be falling out of the sky right now, but what I keep forgetting is I have telemetry on my radio and it's gonna tell me when my battery's low and time to land. That is my timer just counting down to 5 minutes. Isn't that beautiful? When you see that coming in off that sunset, it is amazing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can get a little bit of alpha going on here. I'm gonna get a little lower. I wanna point that nose up just a hair. I'm not gonna stall it or anything, at least I hope not. Let's come in like this and nose up, a little less throttle. I'm not slowing it down a whole lot yet because I don't want to stall out, but there, I'm throttling it up. Let's power out of that because I don't want to stall out. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I really like how this flies. I feel like it flies really scale. Okay, so I want to give myself a cushion here, right? This is an expensive airplane and I don't want to wreck it on flight 1. So I am going to go landing gear down on this pass, count all the wheels that drop down, and then come in for a landing. And we'll look at the voltage and see where it is for this maiden flight. You know, I'm really happy with this so far. So let's go landing gear down. The panel's dropping. I see 2 in the back and 1 in the front. That's perfect. Okay, let's line it up for a landing. Our wind is coming in from, wow.
Are you okay?
I feel like I'm.
Are you okay?
Right now. I'm coming down in the grass right there. Yeah, I feel like I was coming in underpowered for sure. So that was really weird. I think the jet is fine, and that's why, you know, having enough skill set to recognize when you're underpowered is super important, because I knew I couldn't pull out of that in any way. So I'm gonna go check the jet. I think it's fine. And if it is, that speaks really well for an emergency grass landing for it. So let's check it out. You know, really that's not bad. I think what happened possibly is the battery was getting a little low for this jet, right? I looked at my voltage and we're at 3.7 volts per cell as I was walking to the jet seconds after it came down, which means the resting voltage is slowly climbing back up. We're at 3.72 volts per cell. I think that while flying, it was probably close to maybe 3.5 volts or so. And you know, that's definitely time to land, which is, I felt it getting a little low. I knew it was time to come in. And really I wanted to come in when it was, I did that pass where I was dropping the landing gear, right? But I decided to go around one more time just to make sure all the landing gear was down. I just didn't have enough time to get around. What happened was my battery was low and I just pushed it too far and it came in here, a controlled kind of rough landing. So let's talk about this, because really that's user error on a maiden flight. These things happen. I don't want anybody watching to get discouraged about flying RC planes. Everything can be fixed, even a $100 to $500 airplane, anything in between. This is not a big deal. Now I know that at about maybe 6 minutes or so on my 5,000 milliamp battery, it's time to land, maybe about 5 minutes. It's a heavy jet, and you know, you just got to keep an eye on that a little closer with this one. We all learn, sometimes the hard way. Check this out. Two stages. I love that. And nothing broke. The landing gear on that really hard landing survived, and I'm impressed. And I think that speaks very highly for this jet. The only thing that broke off of this is the tip of my jet right here, this little decorative piece. If I really want to, the beautiful thing about this is I could just buy this and replace the whole thing. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put this back on with a little hot glue and say, good enough. And someday if I want to, I can replace the whole thing. That's really not that big of a deal. I'm happy with that. I've had some worse landings and crashes before. This will fly again. In fact, I'm probably gonna go take it back up just to make sure it's okay. And I'll let you guys know in the description box if it is. Unfortunately, we're losing our sunlight, so we didn't really get any chase shots today. Not enough time to do it. It's very windy today, and we waited till the last part of the day to come out here and fly this for you because we're gonna get rain tomorrow. And so because of that, we waited until it was too late. Anyway, I think that's a good maiden. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is that a good maiden? Is that fair? Or is it completely absurd that I came in with a little rough landing? I think sometimes in this hobby we have people that think it just needs to be perfect every time, and let's face it, it just is not that way. I've been thinking too, it's about time I've had a crash, because I haven't had anything major go down in a while. Nothing that, you know, makes the airplane unflyable. So I've felt much worse about crashes or things before. This is just a beautiful jet, and it flew so good. If anybody has ever bought and flown the E-flite Blue Angels jet, that one feels very heavy, as I was saying when flying this. This one felt so nimble and agile in comparison. It still feels heavy on the ground, but in the air, man, it feels great. And I'm excited to get it back on the channel really soon for you guys. Our air-to-air shots might have an ugly nose on this thing, but I can't wait to fly it again. And now that I've scratched the paint, I don't have to hold back anymore.
Maybe I'll fly it.
Yeah, Abby always flies them after we've scratched the paint. It did fly extremely well. I'm very impressed. So, head held high. Let's move on and put it in the air again. And for today, getting the opportunity to fly things like this and bring this content to you guys and just show it how it is, I thank God. And I also thank our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do this channel without you guys. You are the backbones to our channel. You've helped us grow. I think we have one of the biggest RC support teams we like to call family, because that's how you treat us, like family. And so we try to reciprocate with you and just show you the honest happenings of our RC adventures, you know? That's what we try to do. So a massive thank you guys. And I really would love to hear your feedback about this jet in the comments below. You know, do you put fault on Nate, or do you put fault on the jet? And how soon do you want to see it again? Because I'm ready to fly it again. That wasn't enough for me. That just wasn't enough. We'll have another amazing RC jet video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.